Well, ladies and gentlemen, I got a very exciting product. Let's just get right in it. Check it out, guys. So we've got these radios here. Now, you guys know me. I'm a big walkie-talkie person, race radio person, because got them on the truck. I cannot put it on the RV, so we use the Kenwood radios. Now, they're cool. They work. How far do they work? Not very far. Distant-wise, you're not going to get a lot of distance from a regular, just antenna radio. They don't. It's sort of a line of sight. So, if you go down into a mountain, usually that's where we lose a person. You can no longer hear them. And yes, I've tried VHF, and I've tried UHF. They're okay, But now check these out. This is pretty crazy. I don't know if how true it is. I don't know if there's a catch. It's like you hear something and it's like, that's too good to be true. Well, let me show you. All right, so when you open it, you're gonna get this quick start guide over here. Mine looks like it says that my two radios have been configured already with a group called Eddie's Life. So if you have a radio, I guess, does that mean you can join the Eddie's Life group? Very curious. It's a good question. I'm wondering if multiple people have this, if you can add them to the group or how that works, because I don't see how it says how to do that. But it looks like you can also just do one single person. So I guess if you want to tell something that the other person doesn't want to hear, you can do that. All right, boys. So I gave one of these radios to the driver at the Napa store that makes his runs to Lakeside, to Convoy, everywhere. Let's see where he's at. Isaiah, where you at?
Hey, I'm in Lakeside.
Yeah, I'm in Lakeside right now.
Lakeside, 10-4. Okay, so it looks like, where he is and where I am, there's about, I gotta say, probably 15 to 20 mile distance. So he's gonna go even further now, and pretty much I told him, page me at every single store to see, how good it works. So the Convoy is the furthest one. That thing's about 45 miles away from my location here, and I'm gonna head to the Alpine store right now, and same thing, because we're at the same location, same area, so that is very far. We'll see if it still comes in clear as day. All right, boys, we've now showed up here at the Napa store. So you guys saw Isaiah was at Lakeside. Now, his next route, he said he's on his way to Convoy. So once he gets here, we will see. That's going to put us at about the 30 to 35 mile range, and we'll see how clear, if it stays that clear when he gets there. So hopefully it works. We'll see. Isaiah, you copy? I'm at the store now. Where are you at?
I'm like 2 miles away from the Convoy exit.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, I'm getting off on Convoy Street right now.
Okay, 10-4. Let me know what you got for us.
10-4.
Okay, but as of right now, so you're in Convoy. So guys, this is about 40 miles away. So can you hear me clearly, or is there any static, anything wrong coming in?
Yeah, no, it sounds good. It sounds better than a phone.
Excellent. All right, let us know what you got from Convoy.
Alrighty.
No, it's not alrighty. It's 10-4, partner.
10-4.
All right, you're getting there, but you got to, like, 10-4, it's got to be a little quicker than that,
Yeah. 10-4.
I'm really happy with these, but the true test is going to be pretty much heading out to the desert, going through the mountains. There's no phone service, and I know that for a fact because I go down the mountain all the time. and I will turn the Starlink on so my phone still works, so I can still make a phone call. I go off of pretty much Wi-Fi calling instead of the cell phone or cell phone service, AT&T, Verizon, whatever it is. This thing is supposed to have multiple services, AT&T, Verizon, T-Mobile, every single one. It's supposed to be like the only one they make in the US that it's connected to pretty much a ton of different towers. So that's going to be another test that we do. But this test so far has been going great. 65 in San Diego, and we're sweating over here out in the middle of the dunes. So my phone has no service.
It's pretty warm, but no, it's not that hot. I don't know what it is, but it's not sweating out here. How does this thing work, though? What is it connected to?
It's connected to a repeater tower. So we got no phone service out in the desert here. But
that's crazy, dude.
This thing.
Yeah, service. I mean, you can go into the middle of the Alaska with this thing, and you still find everybody. Does it go across the country, or how does it work?
Yeah, you can go. I mean, it connects to multiple repeaters, multiple towers. So it's like a cell phone, but you have more options, basically, more ways of connecting.
That's badass.
Okay, guys, it has been weeks and weeks and weeks of testing this radio, Rapid Radio. Now, all these companies, I don't care what they say, they're not perfect. They have pros, they have cons. That's just how all these companies are. They're not going to come out with a perfect product. Some companies will tell you the flaw, some will not. That's where you'll figure it out. Now, let's get down to the whole thing. How much does it cost to use the service? They say there's no monthly fee, no fees at all. That is wrong and right. Wrong as in there's no monthly fee, but there is a yearly fee. Now, the yearly fee is only $50. Comes out to like $4 and some change a month. Not a big deal. You're not paying monthly. So, is it expensive? Not really. $50 a year? No. $4 a month, or call it $5 a month? No. But there is, a fee. So no monthly, but there's a yearly fee. So that's the first thing. Now, number two, this thing is amazing. I've used it a lot. Like I said, weeks and weeks and weeks. It's worked awesome for me. There are some dead spots. So if you guys think you're going to get this radio and in case something crazy happens and we lose cell service and all the repeaters go down, this is not going to work. This is pretty much like a cell phone. And if the repeaters or the cell phone towers go down, this is dead. This will not work. You will have to go back to your regular, conventional handheld radio, CB radio, ham radio, whatever. I like ham radios. So you're depending on a repeater tower. Now, the distance, well, of course, it's like a cell phone. This does go extremely far. There were some people in the desert, 2 hours from me where I live, and I was in the desert and they were home, and it worked perfectly fine, which that's what you're going to expect. That's what you're going to get because it's like a cell phone. But here's the thing that you guys also need to understand. So this is not like a radio like this, where you can sit and change the channel, pick, the frequency you want, or channel, 10 or 12 or whatever you want, or a 151, 715 frequency. That's not how this works. This works in pretty much the company as of right now, because they are very new. The company has to program your group and your name into the radio for you to work. So say you want to talk to me. And again, the company's new, so they're going to give you this option to plug into the computer where you can say like, hey, I want to talk to my buddy. He just bought one. You will add him in your radio by the computer. As of right now, you can't do that. So what you would have to do, say you bought a radio and your buddy bought a radio, you have to email them, tell them, hey, add this person in my radio. As of right now, very soon I talk to them, they're going to give us the option where we can do it ourselves on the computer. Some of you guys might say, heck no, I don't want to deal with that. I'm going back to a regular radio. For me, it's not a big deal. I plug in the computer and program it and it's fine. So that's not a big flaw to me. Now, here's another thing. So, and I got to talk to the company about this. So they say that they lock on to a lot of repeaters, a lot of cell phones. Well, if you notice on this radio right here, it says that it is on Comcast. That's what the CMCT is, Comcast. So driving, and I've monitored it, I have not seen that change. I have not, seen it go to AT&T or go to Verizon or, vice versa, switch at all. I've always seen this thing on Comcast. So, not saying it's a bad thing, but I don't see it switching carriers as of right now. Again, the product is new, so who knows what's going to happen in the future with them. This right here, where it says GPS right there, I don't know if you guys can see that, does not work yet. It will, but it is not active just yet. Now, I will say, there was a time I was going through the mountains. My cell phone had full signal. I'm with AT&T. This had no signal. This was completely dead. But there was also a time I was in the dunes out in the desert. My cell phone was on SOS. It was completely dead. This had signal, as you guys saw in the video that I showed you guys in the clips that I was using this. So there's a lot of pros and cons about this product. To me, mainly pros. I like it. I enjoy it. It's simple. It's easy. It's fast. Faster than a cell phone. A cell phone, yeah, of course, some people are like, well, just call the person. Well, sometimes when you're on a road trip or you're driving somewhere and the person has a blowout in front of you, or I've seen it 100 times, a compartment opens on their RV or toy hauler. You don't have time. You're like grabbing your phone, trying to call them. By the time you do that, shit is already flown out of their trailer, or the tires already, destroyed, whatever, when it popped, destroyed, whatever, the bed, the body, the paint, whatever. This is much faster than a cell phone, so you can't really argue with that. But again, if you're in the mountains, this doesn't work. Now you're like, okay, cell phone's dead and the radio's dead. You have to go back to a regular radio. So me personally, I will not have this as my only option. This will be also my option because this is going to work anywhere, but I'm not going to get the distance. This is only a 5-watt radio. So it's not, you're not going to get a bunch of power out of this radio. These are pretty much line of sight. I don't care what anybody says about these. Oh, this goes 2,000 miles. It's BS. It depends on where you're at. Depends on if there's a mountain in front of you, if you're UHF, if you're VHF. A lot varies with these types of radios. Where this one, as long as you have service, it works. Another thing, if you have 1 bar or 5 bars, does not make a difference. It still communicates very clear. You can still hear the person. So if you are a business, say like a tow truck company, construction company, where you're going to not really be in the mountains or hiking or rock crawling, you're doing something where you're going to be in a valley where mostly the service is going to be weak, these are awesome. You can get a ton of these and link them. You can do a group. So if you hit, that's what this little person is right here. If you guys can see this right over here. So you have a group and you guys have a single person. If you want to talk to a single person, you can do that. So there's a lot of options you can do on this. And like I said, guys, I like the radio. This thing is awesome. I really enjoy it. Another pro, the battery life on this thing is insane, incredible. I left this thing on 5 days. It was still full. My dad, same thing. I gave one to him, and he left it on over the whole entire desert trip. We got there like Thursday morning. He never shut it off till like Tuesday, and only 1 bar was down. So the battery life on this is incredible. I got to give that a 10 out of 10. This is a amazing battery life. The quality, I like it. Doesn't feel cheap. It doesn't feel like a plastic, like a light, no weight. It's got some weight to it. Feels good. Feels sturdy. I would say I'd give that also 10 out of 10. I like the feel of it and the quality of it. Now, guys, there is a discount code. So if you do want to purchase them, make sure you put in Eddie 10, EDDIE and 10, and that will give you a discount code on this product. Also, I forgot to mention they do work internationally. So if you are in Mexico or Germany or Spain or Italy or wherever, you can use it. So that's pretty cool. But that's my honest review, guys, of this product. Do I like it? Yes. Am I still going to continue to use it? Yes. Also, don't forget, guys, if someone does see your group name or channel name, they can add it. You know, their company can add it. That's why I'm changing mine. Some of you got my name and are driving me crazy on this thing. So just don't you know, or just remember that somebody sees it, they can pretty much listen to your conversation by adding the group name or the individual person in there. So watch out for that. But thank you guys for watching this video. Comment down below. Let me know what you guys think.
Yeah.